Hello, beautiful people. I am back with another channeled message for you. Once again, a message from the origins. This is Emilie. I will be reading the channeled message. Just a reminder, take only what resonates, leave out the rest. And when I'm reading, feel free to close your eyes, breathe, and just take in the voice, the energy, as well as the words to get the full transmission. Let's begin. We are pleased to have this opportunity to explain more about cells, their interaction with each other and with light, and how they become more themselves as they are allowed to be what they choose to be. It is surprising to you that we say, allowed to be what they choose to be. Yet if you receive that fully, you'll see that it is perfectly in alignment. Cells are a fractal of life, conscious matter, living organisms. They carry a blueprint that details their development and function. All living organisms are composed of an organized and choreographed group of cells, each having its own purpose, its own path of life. Within the greater organization of the physical entity it composes, it is influenced and structured into a type, a category, a certain function that will contribute to the development of the whole organism. Then, within that function, there are other specific requirements, other instructions that are managing the development of that cell. A cell is then born, belonging to a function, and fulfilling it until it no longer is viable, and then being recycled. This way of being works because everything is preordained, determined, and follows a scheduled timeline of execution, of doing. This is the way humans understand life and its process, and how a human life is valued or measured, through its contribution to society, to its environment, to its peers. When we say, if a cell is allowed to be what it wants, we implicate that the environment would not dictate to the cell, but the cell itself would be aware of what it came to be. It would not be guided or directed. It would know its path, its course, its desired experience. It would not be sad when the experience ends, because it fulfilled what it had come to experience. It grew from cells in one human body, new unto existence. It is extraordinary, only possible in a system of each cell knew its path and was free to walk it. What if it only had to inform the systems of what it was and be guided to where it was needed? What if it was a fair energy exchange and not a dependency relationship? That the freshly birthed cell could bring equal energy to the system. What if, in the same way, a baby was a small dependent being who comes with everything to learn and nothing to balance out but cuteness and expected love and devotion? What if instead he was seen as contributing life force to the whole that required guidance and support into remembering his desired path and purpose, his abilities and his dreams? What if the parents were chosen for that ability to guide and open the path of remembrance? What if this was the way? And not the parents creating a legacy on earth by bringing children into the world that would be an extension of themselves and who they wanted to be, but rather being portals for birthing a new cell, a new being that would bring a vital piece of the earth back to itself, in whichever shape or form that would take. The physical form of humans is part of what gives the right imprint for a child to be born, yet also counting for much in the allocation of the soul of the baby, is the capacity inherent in the parents to allow the child to unfold in his/her path and desired soul expression. It takes much for parents in this old structure to fulfill that role, as the path was not one of remembrance and reconnection, but one of unweaving of the threads of the past in order to move some steps forward. Now, the knots in the weaves are melting, dissolving, undoing, and the paths are clearing for the original roles of the parents to be restored, and for the blessing and gift that this sacred task of bringing a soul into the world truly means. All the ecosystems of your now earth are opening to this remembrance and the sacredness of the task of birthing new life on all levels, from the atom to the plant, to the animal, to the human, and beyond that to the planet and the stars. This has been our message. We are pleased to share with you and the world. We hold the light for this evolution to take place, for this return to the origins and the intent of the light human. Do not mistake this as going back and erasing what humans have become, rather as embracing their wholeness and integrating light within it. We are the origins. I thank you for listening and hope to see you soon.